friends! Happy New Year 2021! So, today is January 1st, 2021. It's New Year's Day. Yesterday was New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2020. And last night, guess what? It snowed here. And one thing that's very important to know about San Angelo is that it's really rare for you to see that it's snowing here. But guess what? The snow waited the entire year for it to finally come down to the ground, and when it did, it snowed so beautifully and it looks so pretty. You can see it right now, like it feels like the snow was waiting the entire year. And now it's the day after it. It's January 1st, the new year. It's a great day. The snow is all on the roofs now. The sun is shining so prettily. You can see the entire neighborhood.
It's all like really pretty with the sun out, and it hasn't even melted all that much.
Yes. And all the roofs in the neighborhood, they're all covered in snow. It snowed pretty heavily, and we also had a little mini snowball fight. It was pretty fun.
It was awesome.
Yes, I really like it when it snows here because it's really rare for that to happen, especially so heavily now. Here is all the things that we did in the year 2020. This is Year in Review 2020. Let's roll the clips.
Our YouTube channel reached 100,000 subscribers on December 31st, 2019, and we've received the Silver Play Button Award from YouTube in February 2020. So thank you all so much for all of your love and support. And then came Wikipedia. I absolutely love Wikipedia. Even my first donation back in 2016 was to Wikipedia, and it was indeed a very proud thing for me to have my own article on Wikipedia, and that happened this year in 2020. On January 1st, we landed in New Delhi, India. This marked the beginning of our India trip, and in fact, we were actually flying from Dallas in the USA to Dubai in the UAE, and then from there over to New Delhi. On January 3rd, I received the Global Child Prodigy Award 2020 from Mr. Kailash Satyarthi, a Nobel laureate. I also gave a welcome speech at the award ceremony. I also met Governor Kiran Bedi ji and many other fellow Global Child Prodigy awardees. The Global Child Prodigy Awards banquet was held in the Ashok Hotel, and we stayed in the Ashok for 1 week. We visited the India Gate, and we also visited Lord Krishna's birthplace in Mathura, and we visited the very beautiful Taj Mahal in Agra. Then from Delhi, we flew to Hyderabad. There, I visited the TV9 studios, and we filmed a TV interview. Actually, a TV show creatively called Akash, which aired on January 13th, 2020. We visited the Brahma Kumari sisters in Hyderabad, which I really loved. And we also visited some of our friends in Hyderabad. We stayed in an apartment at the Skyla Serviced Apartments in Jubilee Hills in Hyderabad. I was very excited to see the Charminar and the world's largest film city, Ramoji Film City. On January 13th, we flew to Tirupati. We were very warmly received by our friends and family at the airport. I was facilitated by Venkatagiri Raja Garu. We celebrated Bogi in Venkatagiri and Sankranti at my grandma's house in Nellore. And I was so happy to meet my extended family, both from my father's and mother's side, cousins, aunts, and uncles. On January 22nd, I visited the SVR school in Nellore as a special guest, and I was felicitated by the school management. On January 24th, I spoke at the Apasma Prize Distribution Ceremony in Nellore Town Hall. And for India's Republic Day on January 26th, I was the distinguished guest at the Mothers Academy School in Venkatagiri. And it was truly an honor for me to hoist the Indian flag in my father's hometown. Immediately afterwards, we left for Tirupati for a Lord Balaji darshan. And on January 27th, as a guest of the government of Andhra Pradesh, me and my family were given a special VIP darshan of the Lord Balaji, and we were truly blessed to be at the Lord's feet. We returned back to Nellore on January 28th for the felicitation by 25 arts associations in Nellore Town Hall. On February 1st, I was warmly welcomed by Harshita High School in Eluru, located in West Godavari district. I gave a speech and then the school management grandly felicitated me. Afterwards, we left for Guntur, where on February 2nd, I was a special guest at the Guntur 10K walk. I gave a speech and I met many other fellow guests, including actor Sumangaru and Hyperadi and his very funny team in Jabardast. In the evening, me and my sister were felicitated by the Kamma Jana Seva Samiti located in Guntur. February 3rd was the most busiest day in the entire trip. I visited 3 schools and 2 engineering colleges by 5 p.m. and then I met with the senior Indian politician and former Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu Garu at 7 p.m. I visited 3 schools and 2 engineering colleges, the NRI Institute of Technology and the Kids Engineering College. I was so honored to be felicitated by these 5 institutions. And a special thank you to the chairman of KITS, Professor and Dr. K. Subbarao Uncle, for all the love and affection. And then, by the time that we'd finished all of this, it was 5 p.m. At 7 p.m. in the evening, we had an appointment with the former Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister and senior Indian politician, the very Honorable Chandrababu Naidu Garu. I was so tired and I slept in the car for an hour while we went to meet Babu Garu. I woke up and then wrote the quick speech that I gave. And the former Andhra Pradesh Minister, Mr. Alapati Rajagaru, introduced me to Babu Garu. It was such a great honor to meet Chandrababu Garu. I gave a brief speech and he wished me good luck.
I wish all the best.
Thank you,
Excellent.
sir. Thank you.
Very bright. Good.
And all the major Telugu TV channels, ETV, ABN, NTV, TV9, and TV5 all went live when I met Chandrababu Garu. And I'm truly thankful to Dr. Alapati Ravi Pedanana Garu for arranging my fabulous Guntur trip. The next day, on the morning of February 4th, I was invited as a guest to the Delhi Public School in Amaravati. And in the afternoon, I was felicitated at the NRI Medical College in Guntur. Being very exhausted, we returned to the United States on February 7th from Chennai International Airport. On February 15th, the Hyderabad-based online magazine Pause published my interview. Usually, every year in the last week of May, the National Spelling Bee is held. But this year, due to the COVID-19, this year's Scripps National Spelling Bee was canceled instead. On June 3rd, 2020, the award-winning Netflix documentary film Spelling the Dream, which I was featured in, was released worldwide in over 190 countries, and it garnered very good reviews from the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Hollywood Reporter, and the Wall Street Journal on the US, the Guardian in the UK, then the Indian Express and the Hindu of the India, followed by the Harper's Bazaar of Singapore and the Adelaide Review of Australia. As part of the promotion for the Netflix film, I was interviewed by Good Morning America on May 29th on my birthday, Access Hollywood on June 10th, 2020, a local Fox TV interview on June 16th, 2020, and on NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt on July 9th, 2020. On December 1st, Spelling the Dream was placed at number 3 on the top 100 movies streaming on Netflix by whatsonnetflix.com. So thank you so much, Mr. Tim Coleman, for that ranking. Both me and my sister Amrita were guests on the Dallas Video Fest's Cinematic Conversations on December 9th, 2020. It's been a real honor for me to be featured as a special guest to many online events through Zoom, including India Fest USA on June 14th, the Chicago Andhra Association on July 19th, the Allen Career Institute's Spalanthon 2020 on July 30th, the Donate a Smile Foundation on August 2nd, Prodigy Talks, interview of the Global Child Prodigy Awardee by Mr. Kavan Kandasamy on November 14th, spinning the raffle wheel for LetUsTalkIt.com on December 19th, and with the Bangladeshi American Wonder Girl Fatiha Ayat on December 20th. I've been announced to receive the Global Kids Achievers Award from New Delhi, India on November 7th. The TV show, The Kelly Clarkson Show, in which I was featured as a guest speller in the Hollywood, aired on November 10th, 2020. Despite the year 2020 being so bad, I'm very thankful for what I've got in the year 2020. Due to COVID-19 affecting millions of lives, I've donated to the American Red Cross and to the Indian Prime Minister's CARES Fund. I've also contributed to the Hyderabad flood victims through the Telangana Chief Minister's Relief Fund.
We hope that you enjoyed the Year in Review 2020, and we wish that 2021 will bring you happiness,
Prosperity
joy,
and a healthy new year.
so Happy New Year 2021!
Love you, Akash and Amrita.